Hey, welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. So Apple's WWDC, or Worldwide Developers Conference 2018, just wrapped up. And, well, it was underwhelming and not surprising once again. And so this really leads me to thinking about something, and that is the whole idea of lowered expectations. And then how that compares to the Linux experience. And the reason I'm doing this is because more and more of our new technology that we're getting, for the most part, especially when it comes to mass consumer stuff, they are really providing us with less. And then they're charging us more money for it. Okay. And the reason why I choose Apple is because I think they are probably the biggest offenders of lowered expectations while charging you more money. And so if you are not familiar with what they announced, most of it was primarily iOS 12 updates and features. So I'm going to go over the main points here. First, as usual with any new mobile update, it's normally going to be performance improvements or battery life improvements or both. So that's something that we come to expect, which is a great thing. And another interesting feature is FaceTime, allowing you to FaceTime with 32 people at once. Now, for most people, this isn't really something that makes sense, or I don't even know how you would do that. But I do think that this is a valuable feature, especially if you have a business or you do a lot of web conferences. So that feature I like. And everything else, Memojis, great. More Memojis, more Animojis. That's exactly what people want. Another feature is adding more stickers, animated text effects, filters. Awesome, more filters. AR features, which have been on Android for a long time already. And then a feature here which actually monitors your phone usage, which is also familiar because Android does that as well. Updates to notifications, do not disturb. And yeah, nothing in my opinion that is really groundbreaking or exciting. Okay, it's either features that were already in other platforms like Android, or they are updates of existing features. And beyond iOS 12, there is macOS Mojave with something that's new called dark mode. Great. That's awesome. And so if it sounds like I'm not really excited about this, it's because I'm not. I mean, the majority of times Apple really lowers people's expectations and people are actually used to that. Okay, and that is, in my opinion, not a great thing, especially if a lot of people are paying tons of money for your products and services. And the thing is, it's not just Apple. I mean, if you look at everybody else in the technology space, whether that be Microsoft, Google, think about the devices that you're getting. Let's compare this to smartphones. More and more, they're following the Apple model where they're giving you less for your money. They're giving you lowered expectations. And so a lot of times, people don't expect as much out of their products and their services, or specifically out of their products, I would say, that they used to. Okay, and that is, I think, something that Apple is really good at doing and other people are following. And about the only hardware announcement, and I know this was a developers conference, but Apple iPhone cases and a watch band for Pride. It's a special edition colors. That's about it. Now, let's go ahead and compare lowered expectations to the Linux experience. And I'm specifically going to be showing you different Linux distributions. And if you're not familiar with what that means, that's different versions of Linux. And with every single distribution of Linux, regardless of version, what people who use Linux as a desktop operating system come to expect is more. They have higher expectations. And so if you look at any of these Linux operating systems, they are constantly adding new features, adding refinements, improving things so that the user has a better overall experience. They could actually use these operating systems to replace or complement their existing operating systems. They are providing other features that the other ones won't, such as more privacy, more control, more freedom, more flexibility in how their actual operating system works. And the thing is, no matter which distribution that you go to, you are constantly getting more. And the best part is all of this is free. You know, my favorite distribution is Linux Mint, and a new version is going to be coming out soon. And so there's quite a few different versions of Linux. It's 100 that's listed here. And if you look at any of them, all of them follow the very same model in providing more for their users. And once again, these are all free. Like 99% of all distributions are free. And so when I think about that in the Linux experience, where there are much higher expectations, and that these people who are doing this voluntarily, for the most part, they're providing more. You know, they're actually trying to exceed people's expectations. You know, and that's a crazy thing. You know, and then when I think about Apple and other companies, which I just mentioned, they actually are training people to expect less, you know, and to pay more and to spend more time with these products and services that are not really, in my opinion, giving the users the best that they can offer. Whereas when I think about the Linux community, the Linux operating systems, they truly are providing the best and more experiences. They're always constantly giving people higher expectations. And that's how it should be. And that's a great thing. And so that's my thoughts on Apple's WWDC 2018. And mainly the whole difference between this lower expectation experience versus a very high expectation experience, and one that I think everybody should actually enjoy. And so if you had any thoughts about anything that I talked about today, be sure to leave that in the comments area below. And as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to subscribe. And if you wanted to support my channel further, you could do that at patreon.com/Geek Outdoors. Hey geeks, if you are a creative geek like me and you actually wanted to learn how to create content on YouTube and other places on the internet, then join my Go Content Creators group, where you would get access to 30 free videos and more continuing content for all their creative geeks out there. And the best part of it is all of this is free. All you have to do is simply go to the link below, head over to our page, and join my Go Content Creators group. Thanks a lot, and I will see you on the other side. Thanks for checking out this episode. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And for full written content, audio content, and additional geek stuff, head over to geekoutdoors.com, and I'll see you outdoors on the very next episode.